It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look at this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. Hope y'all ready for this one. All that and more coming up next.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Up in the booth alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and we are grateful to be up here today because, well, it's been raining pretty heavily all day, and that's certainly going to make it challenging to operate if you're either one of these offensive props.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point, Kate. Now, hopefully you practice this week knowing some rain was in the forecast. Hopefully everybody on the sidelines, the umpire on the field, and all the footballs they will use today shuttling in and out, you can have that grip. And I'll also say this, keep an eye on the gloves. That technology helps these players in these environments more than certainly players of the past. Quarterbacks, receivers, running backs, everybody got to handle that ball.
Well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And we're away on EA Sports. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
Just knowing this quarterback in his mindset, there is no question he would give up 400-some yards he threw for last week for a W. Really, stats don't matter. No matter how productive you are playing that position, and boy, was he last week, it really comes down to finding a way to win. As they like to say, winners win in the end, and he and his crew got to get it done today.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
He's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Might just be a little late to get the ground game going, opening up this game with back-to-back passes. But when you come out of the gate slow and you put yourself behind the sticks, you really don't get into that rhythm you want to find early.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. They're throwing it. Taken in by Harrison. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Broke through the tackle. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. Bringing them out to fourth overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Play action with Richardson. He's got Devontae Smith. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Buccaneers out and into punt formation. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Pass play coming here. Completed over the middle. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Stops by Chop Robinson. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to throw now. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. That one gains 7. And that'll be a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing it again here. Got a man. Bowers has it. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in the phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Buccaneers.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. The Buccaneers get there and bring him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
And for the Buccaneers, it's a nickel look. 3rd down coming. From midfield now. Dumped off to his running back. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their second drive coming up. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That's caught, Tucker Kraft. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now. Richardson. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. This offense ready to get going again now. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, you know exactly what term I think of in a spot like this. Sticking his face in the fan. Because there are a lot of bigger bodies for a corner to sort through right there in the middle of the field. But he still charged in, made that stop happen, and I promise you, his teammates notice.
Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Finds the in route complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They've got a man in motion. First down throw here from Richardson. Completes this one to Kraft. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He gets a half dozen on the carry, and that's also going to bring up 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First trip to the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. Running this one left. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to go with our second quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Another carry for him. And he drives this forward to the 6. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Richardson now. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Back out runs their offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
2nd and 10 now. Catch made over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing off the play fake here. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Here's 2nd and 11. Dump off caught by his back. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The Buccaneers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. Caught by his back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
The good defenses in this league, every once in a while, they can bait a quarterback into a throw. And you do that by having eyes on the quarterback, getting to a good drop, forcing that check down, and they'd only just bait him into a completion, but they knocked him backwards after the catch.
Richardson. This one taken in by Kraft. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw, Richardson. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And they're going to take over possession. The offense getting set to go. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 24-yard line.
Right up the gut. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
brings up 3rd and 1.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's a pickup of 9. And they'll have 1st down. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. Called in left side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Looking for a throw here. Complete here to Bowers. And he gets back to the line, but no more. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Punt team on the field. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Oh, stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think a yard or two short of the 20 here.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 1st down, ball at the 36. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Finds his man, it's Kraft. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Putting a receiver in motion. The give here on 2nd. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Back now, pressure on its way. The rush gets home, and they stick him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fields this at the 19. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 29. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
To the air, 3rd and long. It is caught left side. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. He gets 6 on that play. And it sets up 1st down. Back to throw. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well into this 1st half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense. Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it. They'll send out the punting unit. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That finds Burks, complete. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Completes this one to Kraft. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 5. And the Buccaneers first down.
Now Richardson to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Finds the in route, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll throw again. Richardson. Dumped off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Richardson back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. This offense getting one final possession here before halftime. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. 19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. We've reached the break. The Bucs visitors, but fighting out to an early advantage. As we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. A touchdown there for Jahmyr Gibbs. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Brian Thomas, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Wan'Dale Robinson, a game for the ages. 5 touchdown grabs. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0. As both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up
teams are back out on the field.
Another.
Everyone is set, and the second half is underway. Return starts at the 9. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Tampa Bay sending its offense out to begin the third quarter. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Richardson. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. A give now from the gun. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Richardson now. That'll be complete to Burks. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The offense headed back to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run here from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Dropping back to throw. Got a man. Bowers has it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Throwing now from the gun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Taken in by Harrison. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. Here come the Bucs on offense now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. 1st down throw here from Richardson. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Richardson now on 1st and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
3rd and long. It's Richardson. This one taken in by Kraft. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, these are the type of gains he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
They give it to him again. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back to the well again. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Johnson with a return here. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he's tackled for a short gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 31. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Getting out to his left. He's running for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that gives them the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
He just throws this one away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He'll throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Buccaneers and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. First and 10 now from the 30. Play action with Richardson. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's brought down after a short gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Taken in by Smith. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw, here's Richardson. He completes this one to Kraft. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. Here's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Now the Buccaneers bringing out their field goal team. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
This return makes it up to the 25. Their offense ready to take the field now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Complete here to Bowers. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At their 48-yard line.
Lone back gets the handoff. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Another carry for him. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. From midfield now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that follow. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
On first down, it's Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. after a good pickup. They're set up with 2nd and short. Now Richardson to throw. Escapes the punt. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. Starts the return at the 34. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. This offense making its way back out now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Completed over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a pickup of 11. And they're going to have a 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Got a man. Bowers has it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
They motion the tight end over. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last 2nd attempt to get rid of it.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll get him back to 11.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Buccaneers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
This finds Smith. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That's a short gain of 1. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 46. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Junior Colson. And just like that, a very run-focused drive comes to an end that time with an interception.
You know, a lot of times, Kate, when you're finding success running it on a drive, because the defense is just waiting for you to throw it. And that's where they're prepared at the time. Sure enough, it's not a rush that dooms them, but a pass and an interception.
Another drive coming up for this offense. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Let's go.
Pass play now. Short pass brought in. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. The Buccaneers add another DB. 3rd down coming up. Now they'll throw out of the gun. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hits his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll give him a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start.
False start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Offense to the line for 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. Gets it quickly to Bowers. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. 3rd down from the gun. Flush down now to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has it in close. And in for the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They're leaving the offense out there, and they're going to try for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point.
He's throwing for it. On the move, headed right. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now hold on a moment, folks. You got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This return starts at the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The visitors returning their offense, and this running back to the field. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Play action with Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Buccaneers leading by 5. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. The give here on 2nd. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. They're out now, ready to punt it. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. Here comes their offense out again. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Here he is to throw. Hits him on the out route. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Looking to throw it. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. He'll look to throw it. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Back to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll throw it yet again. He's on the move. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners as we say goodnight, everybody.